Hello, Aries. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for September 2025. We are using the Elder Futhark on smoky quartz, and we are using the Everyday Witch Oracle for our cards. So let's get started with a card from the Everyday Witch Oracle for Aries. We have Joy and Delight. Aries, this month, either you are going to be very much already in this situation where you're going to be very focused on joy and delight, as you should be, or you are going to be seeking this. Either way, this is going to be your focus for the month, at least in one aspect of your life, where you are going to be really wanting to take this and just embody this, whether it's already happening and whether it's feeling natural or whether it's not, whether it's something that you just need to make happen. But that's what this month is going to be really focused on for you, at least on one level. So let's get some runes down for clarity. Ooh, this is like the second time I've seen Hagalaz as your central. And there's, oh my gosh, there's, well, I mean, there's only 24 runes in a blank, so... So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. However, it's neat when we see some in the same positions. Right, central issue for you in September, Aries, is Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with chaos, things that are out of your control, but also weather and nature and your true nature and tapping into that nature and wildness. And that's really what this is going to be about. It's about reaching and finding your true nature, and you're going to find it through joy. Now, I don't see Vunyo here. I would have expected Vunyo to be here, but maybe that's why you're seeking this, is that this is going to be important to bring through. And part of that is going to be connecting with your true nature so that you can access this. And you can do this until you do access it. So don't wait for it. Act like you have it and play, and then hopefully it will catch up with you. What led up to this is we have Algies, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and this has to do with protection and support. So you are in a situation where either you were seeking protection and support or you already had it, and it's led you to this point where you can now spend some time accessing this true nature aspect of yourself, which is your whole aspect of self. What is going to help you? We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication, manifestation, and expression. In the upper line reversed, this is going to refer to inner. So you are going to be having communication with yourself. You're going to be communicating with your inner voice, perhaps with guardians, guides, goddesses, gods, any of that kind of communication with your inner support staff. It could be prayer. It could be just listening. It could be... letting yourself be silent so you can listen, but it's going to be a lot about inner communication and also outer stillness and listening. Well, outer silence and listening so that you can pick that up. It's not that you're not going to be expressing yourself outwardly, because you absolutely will in very joyous ways. However, a lot of this is going to be inner communication. It's going to be, and it's going to be listening to that. What isn't going to help is this is something that maybe is new for you. We have Barkana, which is the rune of the birch tree. This is beginnings and birth. I'm going to actually refer to Barkana in the younger Futhark just for a moment, because one of the things about it is it's not like fake it till you make it. But it's kind of like the lies that buy us luck, but it's not even lies. It's like you may be coming from a situation where you have, been seeking support, and maybe you haven't been terribly happy and joyous. But what this is suggesting is to sort of ask yourself, how would I be, and what would I be like, and what would I be doing if I was happy and joyous? And to basically start with that until you catch up with that. You already have it in you to do that. You are connecting with your true nature, and part of that is connecting with what that connection brings to you, which is generally joy, a sense of joy and delight in things. And so it may feel as though you are putting the cart before the horse kind of thing, where you may feel like you have to wait for the joy before you can enact the joy. You may feel like you have to wait for the joy and delight before you can be happy. But sometimes you have to put yourself into that so that your body can remember how it feels and pretend a bit like you are happy and joyful. Just to play so that you can maybe remember what it feels like in all the senses, but perhaps the inner one. Sometimes you really have to reach in and get it, basically. And this is how you're going to connect with that deeper aspect of your true nature. But it's going to feel sort of like that sometimes, and you're going to be worried about that. You're going to be worried about beginning. There may even be a sense of maybe it's going to be disrespectful for me to do this when there is so much misery. But you have to, because if you do it, when you make yourself happy, like when you raise your vibration, you've made somebody happy in the world. You have raised the vibration of the world by doing that. It's that whole make sure that your own oxygen mask is in place before attempting to assist another. If you save yourself, at least you've saved somebody, and it's got to start somewhere, and then you'll have that energy. So bring yourself up to where you are having that inner communication, where you are connecting with your source self and your true nature, and don't worry about beginning. Just start. Allow yourself to just be wild and start. So what this is going to lead you to is a greater sense of wealth, a greater sense of, not wealth in terms of money, but a greater sense of wealth in terms of cattle, because the cattle is the wealth that you tend. So the things in your life that, as long as you're taking care of them, will give your life meaning, worth, value, and all of that. It'll make you feel rich. So by the end of the month, you will have tapped into that. You'll be taking care of your cattle again, and your cattle will help you have joy and delight, because the more you take care of them, the things in your life that make your life feel rich, the better you're going to feel. So that is your reading, Aries, for September 2025. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.